Hello there, welcome to the channel. This is Vinod Narayan. Thanks for tuning in. Today, let's talk about poetry, poems. For the next some time, I don't know how long, I'm going to use this channel to introduce you to poems. So the format is going to be I'm going to read poems that I like, maybe introduce a new poet every episode. I'll also read one of the poems that I wrote, and let's see how that goes. Today, I have something interesting. So I'm not going to introduce a poet, but I will introduce you to a poem written by ChatGPT. So a few years back, someone, knowing that I write poems, came to me and said that this was much before ChatGPT came. I think about 6-7 years back, I think, or even before that. They said Google has developed a tool, and using that you can write poems. You can give it what kind of poem it has to write, and then it will write a poem and give it to you. I said, nice. And he said, then what are you people, poets, going to do? What would be the significance of you people writing? And I said, I don't know. Let's see what happens. And then ChatGPT comes, and I wrote a poem the other day. And it was called "We Are Time." That was the title of the poem. And I never fix a title for a poem until I finish writing the last line. Or as I write, the title kind of reveals itself. So then I said, you know what, this is a poem that I wrote. If I asked ChatGPT to write a poem titled "We Are Time," what will ChatGPT give me? But just understand that you have to write a better prompt to get a better poem. You have to probably ask ChatGPT to write a poem titled "We Are Time," and then and have that poem written in the style of maybe Philip Larkin or someone like that. So obviously that gives more context for ChatGPT to write a poem. But I didn't do that. I just said, I want a poem titled "We Are Time." And I'll first read ChatGPT's poem, and then I'll read you what I wrote. "We are time" by ChatGPT. We are time together bound in endless circles round and round. In every heartbeat, breath and sigh, through every moment we live, we die. We are the dawn's first tender light, the soft embrace of silent night. In every season, change and flow, we are the seeds of time we sow. We are the echoes of the past, the fleeting moments that never last. In love remembered, tears once cried, we are the waves of time's great tide. We are the future's hopeful gaze, the dreams we chase through endless days. In every step, each choice we make, we are the paths of time we take. We are the laughter shared and bright, the whispered secrets of the night. In every friendship, bond and tie, we are the threads of time that fly. We are the stories yet to tell, the rise and fall, the tolling bell. In every triumph, every fall, we are the heartbeat of it all. We are the time, we are time, a vast expanse. In every moment, every chance, together in this dance we weave. We are time, and we believe. Thanks, ChatGPT. Before I read my piece, my poem, one of the interesting things that I noted is that ChatGPT kind of thinks that poetry has to be rhyming. So it kind of rhymes things through. I don't know if so my poem is something that I wrote, and I didn't know the title would be "We Are Time," and I just wanted my thoughts to flow. So I'll read mine. We are time. The years seem lost, and time stands next to us. As we look into the past, time will look into our eyes, probably trying to find out what is bothering us. Time is not just in the past, it is also in the future. the time that is yet to come, not the time that we think is lost. And yet, we labor on the futile, irrecoverable, the years that were lost. Time can sense us. It knows that we are unhappy. It knows we feel bad. When I went through a depression, so young in my late 20s, I did not know it was called depression. I just felt empty. Someone told me back then, someone who knew my dad pretty well, that my dad used to say, time will heal all wounds. I repeated, time will heal wounds. Time will heal all wounds. I know he did not come up with that quote, but he probably believed it was true. Today, he's not alive. He died very young, at the age of 45. His words were passed on to me to some other person. We don't need to be alive. We don't need to be alive to pass on what we think. We can inspire people even after we are gone. We can also plant despair in people equally well. Time stands next to us, looks us in our eyes. Time is all we have. We have time and we lose time. We are time. So that I did not read both of that to judge, but you can judge if you want. But I think there's some issues in judging it. At least for those who think my poem is good, I have to tell you that when I read my poem, I'll be able to read it in more passionately than reading ChatGPT's poem. Also, when I ask ChatGPT to write a poem, I know it's not human, and I know that poem doesn't signify anything, at least to ChatGPT. I had an experience writing the poem. I don't know if ChatGPT had an experience writing that poem. ChatGPT had some learnings writing a poem. And tomorrow, when someone talks about time, probably everything that ChatGPT wrote now will become more significant. So my question to whether programs can write poems or write stories is that experience, that joy of writing a poem, that joy of sharing a poem, that joy of experiencing poem alone and together, I think that's only human. I think only human beings can really experience, enjoy, share, and have that feeling of togetherness when they listen to a poem or read a poem. With that, I'll leave you all in this episode. Please subscribe to the channel if you're interested in poems. Next episode, I'll share with you a poem by a new poet, someone that I recently read. It might be an old poet, new poet, doesn't matter, but I'll introduce a new poet every single episode. And I'll share with you one of the poems that I've written. You guys take care. Thank you.